Just got this in. So this is the FEILUN FX176C1 Wi-Fi based video drone with a GPS. So this drone comes with brushed motors. These are brushed, not brushless. And there's the little camera here. It's like a 1 megapixel camera, and you can adjust the tilt of the camera ever so slightly. It's got this little Wi-Fi antenna because it connects to your smartphone, which you mount here on the controller, and you get the FL Drone 2 app. Connect to it over Wi-Fi, and that's how you get your video from this unit. This is the battery. It is a 700 milliamp hour battery, which is really kind of small for a drone like this. This is the little bay. Thankfully, it's got a pretty standard connector. So if you find batteries that'll fit into this bay, you should be able to run them. It's a 2-cell battery. Overall, it would be just a run-of-the-mill drone if it had just been a brushed flyer, but it's got a GPS. And this drone can be had for about $65 USD, so that is pretty darn cheap for a drone with a GPS in it that can, actually return to home and do all these things that they say it can do. So let's see how well it can do them today. That's what we'll be putting to the test. All right, so as you can see, the drone will start to blink here. Now, I've had trouble getting this drone to bind to the controller. You have a very short window of opportunity with which to bind this after it stops blinking. So pretty much immediately once you see it stop blinking, turn it on and go up, down on the controller. That's the bind sequence. That's what you need to do. Because if you miss that window, it's just not gonna bind. I missed the window. First try, I missed the window because I was talking too much. So let's go ahead and try this again. Now it should be bound. Try binding it again. That's the bind sequence. It's connecting to it over. Let's try connecting to it over the phone. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm in the app. I'm gonna try to go to the app and see if I have any luck there. It's saying hover lock right now. It's saying that there's 0 satellites found. You've already burned through some of our battery life, but I've got some extra batteries, not as big as this one, like 400 milliamp hours. So yeah, so showing we have 0 satellites. Oh, okay. So now actually it decided to bind. No idea why. Okay, so after a long, crazy bind sequence, I managed to get it to bind. It is not locked onto any satellites yet. Alright, so this is the video that we have here. I mean, that's, like I said, this kind of hit or miss. You have to try it multiple times to get it to bind, and then it finally bound. So now we got 9 satellites. I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm gonna take off. And we're in the air. So it is working. As soon as I launch, it's already saying like 52% battery. I turn it around so you can see me. The yaw rate feels a little delayed, actually. Alright, so now you can see me. Yeah. I'm turning with the controller. So there I am. Oh, I can't get myself into the damn frame. There we go. Alright. So this is what the hover test looks like. Basically, for a brushed drone, this is pretty good. As you can see, it's bobbing around. It's kind of cold out here right now, but it is holding a column. It's holding its little column. I've got all my information here on the app. I've got my speed, I've got my altitude. I'm 14 feet. Oh man. Let's see how far down the field we can take this and still maintain a video. So I'm going to take it up 30 foot. That's the first thing people are going to want to know is how high can you fly this thing? I'm not even sure I'm going to have enough time to... I've got a very downward angle for my... I still have control link, but as you can see, at like 149 feet, the video is lagging. Keep in mind that this doesn't record to an SD card. It records to your phone over the Wi-Fi link. So all these little cuts in your video are what you're going to end up recording. So I'm going to go ahead and bring it down now until we have stable video. Some semblance of stable video. Alright, so the video froze. I do have to say that, yeah, my control feels a little bit delayed with the Wi-Fi turned on. There's definitely a little bit of delay. We have 13 satellites locked. Let me just comment on the video and say, holy jello jigglers, Batman. The video is full of jello. I really doubt you're going to be able to fix that much, even with like trying to balance the props. But this is not meant to be a professional unit, obviously. This is a toy with a GPS. The question is it worth it? Alright, so we're back on the ground here, or rather we're back close range. I'm gonna go ahead and get a little closer. Oh boy, oh boy. Like I said, that's that delayed control that I feel with the Wi-Fi FPV on. It seems like... Okay. I want to be careful. I just want to land it because I would like to change the camera angle on it. So already, I mean, the drone is kind of flaky. And as you can see, we are low on battery. We're pretty much out of battery life. It says 40% now, but that's just because we've landed. But I was at like 14%. And when you get low on battery, it supposedly tries to self-land. So let's just see if it actually does that. Can it actually go home when you run out of battery? So this is the auto return button, and this is the speed button. This will change your pitch while we're burning out this battery here. It's got 2 modes for speed. That's its pitch in the speed mode. Again, be careful because see, my control is definitely delayed. Oh boy. Yeah, you want to be careful because that control is delayed. Look at that. I don't have my hand on the controller. It's moving. Oh man, what you're seeing there, that is the Wi-Fi based FPV causing a control delay. But now we're at 10%. So it should be coming back to where it started from if it does what it's supposed to do. Okay, now it's blinking. All right, let's follow it. Let's follow it. It's gonna come back. Let's see how accurate this little return to home is. It looks like it's coming back now. So it comes back at 5%, not 10%. I'd read somewhere that it would come back at 5%, at 10%. So it's actually coming back now because its battery was too low. 15 satellites. I have to give it credit for that. I mean, we've had a rough ride so far, but that is a class act when it comes to landing. I don't think I was that far off from where I started. So we're talking, you know, a toy that's $65 here. All right, so because the battery's already dead, but I want to keep on going, try to do more with this, I'm gonna go ahead and swap the battery. All right, so this battery is gonna be even shorter because it's only a 400 milliamp hour Lumineer battery. Flight time on this is like, what, 5 minutes? Something like that. So you got a lot going on this aircraft, and you don't have a hefty enough battery to really out. And you know what? You've got all that room in there. So if I had a bigger 2S battery, that I would be using that. All right, so let's try this buying process again. I'm gonna turn it on. I'm gonna quickly get over here to the remote. Blinking stopped. So I'm going to the app. Okay, so I'm in the app now. Okay, so maybe you always have to be in the app. I don't know. Oh, okay, so I just put a whole bunch of waypoints on my screen. All right, so let's watch it and see if it goes. I just set it to go. Come on, go. Go, you have waypoints. You're supposed to actually follow your waypoints. Come on. What are you doing? Follow your waypoints. Do something. Yeah, so already this thing has obviously used up a ton of my battery's juice. So I'm gonna have to land again. I've heard that waypoints on this unit just don't work, so they might just be advertising a feature that doesn't work. I have no idea. I know I look really clueless about this drone, guys, but the thing is, it's just given me such a hard time since I got it. So it took me so long to do the darn review. I didn't feel like waiting. So, what do I think of the FEILUN FX176C1 whatever? I don't like it. I straight up don't like it. I could just be using it wrong. People are probably going to point it out in the video that I'm doing something wrong here. The app looks professional. It looks kind of cool. It's nice to see that you've got all these statistics and whatnot. But the battery it comes with, the battery life is ridiculously short. What, you got like 4 or 5 minutes to do all of this? That's really not very long. Maybe I'm being too harsh on it. I feel like there are other things that you could get. You could have a lot more fun by just forgetting about the GPS and, you know, buying something else. If you're dying to have a GPS drone, this definitely is the cheapest one you're going to find. I have not found a cheaper GPS grade drone than this one. But it's a question of what are you going to do with it? That's the big thing. What are you going to do with it? The FEILUN is a great example of having a lot of technology and not doing it well. There's no sense in having any product that's loaded up with a bunch of tech that just works half-heartedly. I don't think they should advertise features that don't work. And the motors, because they're brushed motors, they're not going to last. I can tell you that right now. And you're not going to lift anything like a 4K camera. Like, oh, you might think, well, I'll just replace that camera with something better, one of my 4K action cameras. I tried lifting a 4K camera, and here were the results. I'm going to give it a try. I don't think it's going to work, but a lot of people want to know if this thing can carry a 4K action camera. Guaranteed it's not going to work. Yep, full throttle, and it can't even lift it. You're just gonna burn the motors out. Yep, no, this thing cannot carry a 4K action camera like a GoPro or etc. The motors are just not powerful enough. It's cheap. That's the only thing that's good about it. Everything else, I wanted to like it. I thought I gave it a fair shake. but this just didn't work out to me. If I'm doing it wrong, feel free to tell me. Leave me a message down in the comments below, and have a great day, guys. If you want to see some drones, I recommend watch some other videos by me, and you'll find something. You'll find something. Like I said, I have no problem telling the truth. When I don't like a drone, I'm gonna say it. And this one, well, this one's just no good.